Welcome to the second half of the beginner's guide to Rubicon. If you haven't watched the first video, please make sure to go do that. We cover a basic overview of what Rubicon is and how to onboard onto the Optimism mainnet. So if you haven't watched that, go watch it and then come back and watch this one. In this one, we're going to be doing a hands-on tutorial of how to use Rubicon. So let's jump into it. First, come over to app.rubicon.finance. You'll be greeted on the first page is the portfolio tab over here. Make sure to connect your wallet and that you're on the Optimism mainnet. What you're going to see is a nice overview of your portfolio. You can select how it's performed over the last week, month, etc. So this is a great home base for you to come to and just see how your assets are doing over time. You can choose to have the price be in DAI, USDT, or USDC, and you can see the different assets that you hold in your wallet right here. So the portfolio page is a really good place to come and just get a health check of how your portfolio is doing. The next tab we want to cover is the swap tab. This is a very simple swap interface similar to Uniswap or SushiSwap. It just lets you choose any asset that is supported by Rubicon and swap between them using the pools. So I'm going to use wrapped Ethereum and convert it to USDC. So it shows me how much wrapped Ethereum I have in my wallet right here, which is really nice. I can click max or input the amount that I want to swap, but I'm just going to select max and that will fill that in for me. It shows me the dollar value of the assets that I'm swapping and the dollar value of the assets that I'm going to receive. So this is really nice. I can see I'm only losing about 1 cent here, which is great. And it also shows me the gas price and the network fees that I'm going to be paying. So I can go ahead and click approve. This is going to pop up the approval window and I can go ahead and click confirm. That's just going to approve Rubicon to use my wrapped ETH. As soon as that's done, you can then click swap and that will swap your asset from your chosen asset into the received asset. It'll show you your slippage tolerance, which is just how much the price can change on you and you still have your order executed, and it shows you the minimum received as well as the fee you're going to be paying. So these Optimism fees are very small, as you can see, which is great. So I'll go ahead and click confirm swap and approve that transaction in MetaMask. As soon as it's confirmed, we can see that I now have the USDC in my wallet right here. So now I have 0.15 USDC and 0 wrapped Ethereum. Great, so that is a simple swap interface. You can come here and use it whenever you need to swap between assets. It's very simple, just like Uniswap, and gives you a great execution price. Okay, so let's pop on over to the trade tab over here. This tab lets you trade between the different assets that Rubicon supports. So we can see we have the various pairs up here. Let's make sure we have the wrapped Ethereum USDC pair. That's the one we're going to be using selected. Down here, we can then see there's a buy and a sell tab, as well as a market and a limit order. We'll go ahead and buy some Ether first using a market order. The market order just fills in the current price that you're going to get executed at right here. So you can't change that, and then you can put in your quantity. So I'm going to put in a very, very small amount right here, and then click to buy wrapped Ethereum, and go ahead and confirm that transaction. So that's one way to do it. That just gives you the current market price, and it executes it immediately. The second way to go is to select limit right here. Limit lets you put in a price that you want your order to be executed at. So the current price is $15.84. Let's say I don't want to buy it unless the price is at $1,400. So I could put that in right here, and then I can say the quantity of wrapped Ethereum that I would like to purchase. So we'll go ahead put in a pretty small amount once again. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then click buy wrapped ETH, and then go ahead and confirm the transaction. So at this point, I've placed a limit order, and that's not going to execute until my price is reached. So if you come over here, you can see the order book. This shows the current bids and asks that are in the order book, Rubicon's order book. And you can see, around the current price, there's more liquidity down there. So we can go ahead and click open orders, and this shows me the open orders that I currently have. So I currently have 2 limit orders set to trigger at 1400. I can see their status, what date they were created at, and the size. So my size is so small, it's just showing all the zeros there. But for you, if you have a higher size, it will show you your size here. I can go ahead and cancel any of these orders if you'd like. So I'll go ahead and click cancel, and that'll just have me confirm another transaction and then remove that from those open orders. So that's the trade tab. You can do this same process with market or limit orders on any of the pairs. So, it's going to be the same if you're on the wrapped Bitcoin or SNX pair. It's going to be exactly the same. And then as well as on the sell side, you're also going to be able to place those market or limit orders. Great, so let's move on to the Pools tab. The Pools tab is where you can come to deposit your assets to passively earn yield. So this is great if you only want to hold one asset and you want to make some income on it while you're holding it. So they currently support these 6 assets right here. And you can see what you're going to be getting as the APR. So this first number, this smaller number up top here on the DAI pair, for example, this is the money that you would be getting that strategists are going to be generating for you by being market makers. So you can see it's currently 0.059%. And then this OP percentage right here is the amount of gains you're going to be getting on your DAI in OP tokens. So Rubicon has received OP tokens from the Optimism Foundation to give out to users, and they've chosen to give those out to people who provide liquidity in these pools. So this is great. You can currently get, around 19% on DAI, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and walk through an example of how I would deposit into one of these pools. Let's go ahead and deposit this USDC that I have. So you go ahead and click on the pool that you want to deposit, and you can see how much in your wallet you currently have. I'm going to go ahead and just deposit the maximum amount, which is 12 cents. So go ahead and click that, and then it shows you your current variable APR. So this is the APR that you'd get from the market makers using your liquidity. So it can be negative. There are risks to depositing, but overall, if you leave it in long enough, especially with this reward rate, you're gonna come out ahead. So the reward rate is currently 16.47%, and there's the TVL is right there too. So we'll go ahead and approve the Rubicon protocol to use our USDC. Go ahead and confirm that. As soon as that's done being approved, we can go ahead and deposit that into the pool. And if you've watched the first video, you'll be familiar with what BATH tokens are. And so we're basically going to receive BATH USDC in exchange for our USDC. And this kind of gives us a placeholder token that tells Rubicon that we have a right to a certain percentage of USDC in this pool. So we'll go ahead and click deposit and then confirm that transaction. Great, and as soon as that transaction is confirmed, we can click dismiss, close out of this modal. So you can see that we have 0.05 BATH USDC, which equates to 0.1212 USDC. So if you watch the first video, once again, you'll be familiar with this. It's not one-to-one, so 0.05 BATH USDC is equal to 0.1212 USDC at this current moment. In the future, it's going to be different. So yeah, don't be alarmed. You'll have most likely less BATH tokens than you put in. Great, so at this point, you don't have to do anything else. You can just sit here with your BATH USDC and collect these APR percentages on your assets. If you want to remove your token from the pool, you can just come back to the pool, click withdraw right here, and then enter in the amount of BATH USDC you'd like to exchange for USDC, and then go ahead and just click withdraw, just like you clicked deposit in the first place. And this will give you back your USDC. Once that's confirmed, we'll just click dismiss, close out of here. Now we can see that we have our USDC back and we no longer have any BATH USDC. So that's the basic idea behind pools. It's the same with any asset. You can just go ahead and follow the same flow I just went through with approving and depositing and then withdrawing when you're ready to exit the pool. Next up is this history tab. This gives you a history of the trades that you've made. So we can see that I made a swap on the wrapped ETH USDC pair. If we go down to SNX USDC, we can see I haven't made any trades. So this is a great place to track all of your trades. If you need to track them for tax purposes or any other reasons, you can see a history of all your trades that you've made on Rubicon. The last tab is the bridge. We already covered that in the first video, so we're not going to go over that again, but it's just a great way to bridge assets into Optimism if you need more assets. The next thing we're going to cover is the buy crypto. So this is a great way to get crypto onto Optimism if you don't already have it on the mainnet. So you can go ahead and click that, and this uses Ramp, which is a great way to grab some fiat and turn it into crypto. So just know that that's available for you to use if you'd like. A new tab that you'll notice is the claim airdrop. So this is only for people who have used Rubicon in the past and they were eligible for an airdrop. So if you're just using Rubicon, you probably won't be eligible for this airdrop. So you'll see 0 OP available for claiming right here. But if you did use Rubicon in the past, you can just come here and click claim airdrop, and you'll be able to claim those OP tokens. So that's a basic overview of how to use Rubicon, and we went through all the different tabs over here, so you should understand what each one of them can do for you. Down here at the bottom, you'll see this Optimism logo right here. This just lets you change from the testnet to the mainnet, as well as bridge some tokens and a link to their Discord channel. And then down here is your wallet, so you can click that and you can see you can disconnect or change your wallet. They also have links to their docs and frequently asked questions down here. Let's go back to our portfolio and just wrap things up so we can see that we have these various assets in our wallet currently, and we can see the total value of our portfolio. If you have any questions about how to use the protocol or get stuck on anything, feel free to let me know. I hope you learned a lot today and are excited to use the Rubicon protocol. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day.